Hello guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Rimuru's Return to the Modern World, Tensura x Roshidere by Sysnax. Chapter 5 to 8 years later, Rimuru's POV. After meeting with Seal, things progress quickly. Let me list what happened over 8 years. Firstly, I transferred schools to CL's school so we could go to school together. We both completed elementary school and moved on to middle school. Even though Siren Private Academy has its own middle school program, CL's father couldn't pay for it and could only pay for the high school course, and therefore we decided to go to a local middle school before going to high school in Sakai Academy. Through meeting up with Seal, I've met CL's father multiple times when we study for exams together or just hang out with each other. Because of this, CL's father has gotten really comfortable with me and has even met Veldanava multiple times for drinks. Over the course of the 8 years, Veldanava and CL's father have gotten to be really good friends. Because I hang out with Seal very frequently, I also occasionally help out in the ramen restaurant to lighten the workload for the rest of the staff. I've also overheard a few conversations from the staff talking about how we should just get married already. Well, joke's on you, we are just in another world. I've also started training my body to get the Sung Jin Woo physique. Seal assured me that I would be 6'1" in this body, so I started training, and now that I am 16 and 5'11", I'm looking pretty good if I say so myself. Flashback to 12-year-old Rimuru. A.N. But speaking from the perspective of 16-year-old Rimuru. I know it's complicated, I don't want to rewrite it again, I've already done that twice. About a year after meeting Seal, Masachika's father and Masachika both move into the apartment next to us. Nothing happens during the first few years as Masachika goes to school in Sakai Private Academy while we go to a high-ranking middle school. That's until we were 12 and I invited someone to join my world in Genshin Impact. Turns out he accepted and we became really good friends. Over the course of a few months, we became friends and played co-op very frequently. I then suggested that we meet up offline and he accepted, so we both decided to meet up in a gaming cafe. Hey, are you Tempest from Genshin? A boy 163 centimeters tall, A.N. He's 13 at this moment, so not 173 yet, asked me. I looked up from my phone and looked at him. Oh, this is him all right. Let the story begin. I thought as I looked at him. He had bangs that covered most of his forehead and a bit of his eyes. He had black-colored eyes and was wearing black sweatpants and a plain white t-shirt with a small logo off to the side. Yeah, that's me. Are you Masa? A.N. IDK what to put as his nickname, so that's it I guess. Yeah, that's me. Let's go inside first before we start talking. Masachika replies. We enter the gaming cafe. Inside there were rows and columns of gaming PCs ranging from PCs with mid-tier specs to top-of-the-line gaming PCs. The cafe was decently full with more than half of the PCs being used. There was a little kitchen off to the side where it was possible to buy food and drinks at an extra cost so you wouldn't have to leave your seat during your gaming session. Right in front of the entrance is a desk where 2 staff were sitting on their phones. We walked up to the counter and Masachika asked, "Hey, can we book 2 mid-tier gaming PCs for 3 hours? Yeah, sure. That'll be XXX yen, cash or card. A.N. IDK how much yen it would be?" The staff member replied. Masachika hands over some cash and the staff member gives him the change. Have a great day, your PCs are number 20 and 21, which is over there. If you want to order food or drinks, there's a tablet under the desk where you can order it. The staff member points towards 2 PCs near the wall where number 20 is hugging the wall and number 21 is to the right of number 20. We thanked the staff member and walked towards our assigned PCs. We both hop on Genshin and we play for our allocated amount of time, trying to level up some characters and losing 50-50 pity while wishing for Raiden. Again? How did I fail again? I'm just burning money at this point? Rimuru complains to Masachika, who is currently fighting a boss for the materials. Ever since Rimuru got back to this world, he was influenced by how Canon Masachika was addicted to gacha games and decided to try it too so they would have something in common to become friends. While trying to level up his Genshin account, he tried playing free-to-play without wishing at all, but Milam told him to just do it once. The first time he did it he got Master Diluc, 5 stars. After seeing how easy it was to get a 5-star, he went to Standard Wish and did a 10 pull. After 2 tries he got catching 5 stars as well. After that, the odds were stacked against him as he got C6 Xinyan without even trying. He's gotten lucky once in a while but not lucky enough to pull Raiden. So Rimuru started spending real money just trying to get Raiden but still never got it. So this banner he vowed to get Raiden no matter the cost. How much money have you spent? Masachika asks, curious about how much money he has already spent on this banner. I think like 11,000 yen. I still have my birthday money that I have yet to tap into Su. Even if Rimuru is an avid gambler, he was once a king and knows better to spend all his money and lose it, so he makes sure to save so much money and asks Veldanava to invest it for him. Using this strategy after 2 years and some smart investments, Rimuru doubled his money, now totaling 50,000 yen. 11,000 yen already? Masachika shouts, absolutely shocked at the amount. People around them turn to look at them before going back to their games. It's only been 5 days into the banner. How are you already spending that much money already? Masachika, unlike Rimuru, is a free-to-play player and has committed many hours to Genshin Impact to collect Primo Gems for spins. In canon, he is also free to play. After a few months of knowing each other, Masachika knows Rimuru's spending patterns. Well, last time, I missed Raiden, so this time, I'm spending all the money I have for her. Maybe if I get lucky I could even get C2 Raiden. Sigh, well, it's your money. Let's go eat somewhere before we leave. Our time here is almost up anyway. Yeah, let's. Rimuru agrees with Masachika's sentiment and logs out of his account on the PC. They both walk out of the gaming cafe before stopping at McDonald's to eat. Rimuru gets the double cheeseburger upsized meal with fries and Coke original with less sugar. Masachika on the other got a Big Mac fries and a Sprite. They both wait for their number to be called. Once the number gets called, they pick up their food and sit facing the sidewalk outside. What's your real name? It's hard calling someone Tempest all the time. Masachika says to start the conversation. My name's Rimuru Nava, but do call me Rimuru. I'm more used to people calling me by my first name. I doubt Masa is your real name, so what is it? Rimuru says between each bite of the juicy cheeseburger. My real name is Masachika Q's, but call me Masachika. I see, that's a nice name. Thanks, but your name is strange. I've never heard the name Nava as a surname in Japan before. Well, my dad has a very unique last name and I was named Rimuru from the start. Well, that makes sense. Is your dad a foreigner? Masachika asks, intrigued by the mysterious surname. Yeah, he's actually from another world, was what Rimuru wanted to say but decided against it, instead opting to say. No, he's actually a Japanese citizen, passport and all. That's interesting. What school do you go to? I go to Siren Private. Wow, how accomplished, going to such a good school. Well, I go to XXX school. It's a public school but it's one of the best in Tokyo. But it's nowhere as good as Siren, I guess. I'm actually planning to go to Siren with my friend next year. Do you have any tips? Siren with your friends? That's rare. Transfer students are usually looked down upon in the school, so I think you need to be really smart if your goal is to become popular. The entrance exams for transfer students is also quite hard, according to a friend who's a transfer student. Masachika says, giving some advice to Rimuru. The topic quickly switches to how optimal they can make their parties as they finish up their meal. Once they finish, they walk to the subway station. Do you live near here? Rimuru asks, fully knowing the answer. Well, I'm just one stop away, so I guess so, Masachika replies. Me too. Is it XXX line? Yeah. They both go together for one stop and get off. They keep walking towards the same apartment where they both stop. You live here? Yeah, you too? Rimuru replies, acting shocked. Yeah. They go into the lobby and go up to the same floor. They then walk down the hallway. On one side is a balcony looking outside, and on the other a row of doors and windows for the apartments. They eventually stop, their doors right next to each other. Wow, what a freaky coincidence, Rimuru says, faking his shock. I would have never predicted this. Masachika says, gobsmacked at the coincidence that just happened. Well, my family is waiting for me, so I guess I'll see you tomorrow in game? Yeah, it's a Sunday so I can log on. They both head inside their houses and close the door. Back to present, Rimuru reminisces at the time Masachika and him, coincidentally, met. Rimuru was in a small cafe near his apartment waiting for a certain ramen shop owner's daughter to come over. "I'm over here." Rimuru looks towards the voice and sees Seal running towards him. "Ha, sorry I'm late," Seal says as she tries to replenish the lost oxygen in her body. "It's fine. Let's talk about the future," Rimuru says in a direct tone. "You're proposing to me already? We are only 16. Oh my, this is crazy." Seal says jokingly. "I wouldn't mind doing that, but it's something else. I don't want to be a bystander to the events of the book. I want to completely interfere in it. I'll join the student council and become president in the future. Then we'll start a company and get rich." Rimuru says as if it's the most easy thing to do. Well, it isn't hard for him. He's had to deal with much worse before. Yuki. "It's your vacation, Rimuru. I will support your every decision." "Alright then, Seal, will you run with me as vice president against Yuki and Aaliyah?" "Of course, my heart, body, and soul only belong to you. But we need to actually do the entrance exam first before any grand plans of school domination." "Hey, it's in a few days, but I know we'll get in. Once we do, I'll give the good news to Q's." A.N. They became better friends and Q's allowed Rimuru to call each other by first names. Chapter 6. Entrance exam. It's now the new year, and Seal and I are almost finished middle school. We are now on our way to the entrance exam location to do the test. The high school we are both aiming for is, of course, Siren Private Academy. Both Seal and I already have a plan to dominate the school and after that, the world, just like we did before, the cardinal world. The entrance exams are held in February, coincidentally the first day of exams being on Valentine's Day as well. Seal and I decided to do it on the same day as there were multiple slots to do it. As we walked from the nearby bus stop, we saw a large building serving as the examination grounds. The snow can be heard with a crushing sound under our feet as we walk towards the building. Near the building were many students, just like us, about to take the exam. The atmosphere felt very tense as many students wanted to apply because just by getting into the school, you could get a decent job and your future would be secured. We were confident in our abilities, as Seal is literally the god of knowledge and I have done many exams like this in my last life and it's not like I've been slacking in the intelligence department anyways. The school gives out a QR code to scan when we book our slot for the exams. We walk towards the security where he pulls out a scanner. We scan the QR code and walk towards the room. The room was a massive auditorium with a lectern on the stage in front. Both Seal and I part ways and walk towards our assigned seats. The whole room was quiet and many of the students had charms on their desks or were praying for good grades. As the final students enter the room, a staff member closes the door, indicating that the test will begin. More staff went around handing out the test paper to the examinees, making sure that the paper was face down. A person wearing a nice suit walks in front of the stage and stands in front of the lectern with a piece of paper in his hands. "Welcome examinees," he reads of the paper. "Today is the exam for these subjects." He pauses as the projector comes to life showing the subjects that will be done today. As this was the last entrance exam, we had to do many subjects ranging from math and science to history and literature. Each exam is 2 hours long and today you will be doing XX subject, YY subject, and ZZ subject. The rest will be done tomorrow. After each exam, you will be given a 1-hour break after the XX subject exam and a 2-hour break after the YY subject exam. They give out a 2-hour break after the YY subject exam due to it being lunchtime and many students would want to go to the various nearby vendors or restaurants to fill their stomachs before the next exam. Below is the XX subject exam. You will start at precisely 8 a.m. The man in the suit says as he waves his hand towards the back of the room. The operator changes the screen from the subject list to the current time, which reads 7:55 a.m. After 5 minutes the man in the suit comes back onto stage. It is now 8:30, you may flip your papers and begin. Do not forget to write your name. The man in the suit says before quickly leaving the stage. 1 week time skip. Seal and I are both making our way back to the building to check our exam results. As we see the building, we see the billboards that were previously empty filled with only 20 numbers signifying who passed. If you didn't see your number, it means that you have failed. My number was 134 while CL's was 216. The plaza is seen with 5 people jumping up and down in joy after successfully getting into the school, and many more people are either crying or generally looking sad. Did I mention that this school has a ridiculously low acceptance rate? This is because it has a middle school division where most of their students come from, so they don't have a need to get many transfer students. As we walked towards the board, we quickly saw both of our numbers. As expected of the god of knowledge, I say teasingly. As expected of master, Seal retorts back, calling me by what she used to when she didn't understand emotions. That's a low blow, I pout as she reverted back to what she called me before, feeling slightly sad. Hee. Well, we passed, so let's go have some fun, Seal says to lighten the mood as she puts her arms around mine, leaning her body on mine as well. Cute. We both head towards my apartment, as now that I am 16, Veldanava and the rest of the family have moved back to Shibuya. The subway ride to my apartment was pleasant, as the usually crowded subway of Tokyo was strangely empty. After a few stops, we arrived and took a nice walk towards my apartment. The apartment was in an ideal spot, as it was within walking distance of Siren Private Academy and a subway station. After walking the final leg of the journey from the station, we both walked in and sat down on the couch. Alright, I'm going to call Q's now. Okay, Rimuru, let me get a snack. I get on my phone and call Q's number. After a few moments, he picks up. Hey, Rimuru, what's up? Q's asks, knowing it's probably about the entrance test results. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you my results. Ooh, yeah, tell me, did you get accepted? Yeah, both me and Seal got accepted to the school. We can go to school together from now. Rimuru says. Oh, Seal as well? Well, of course, she was always the smartest between the 3 of us. Q's comments. Q's and Seal actually met in Rimuru's apartment when they were gaming 2 years ago. Seal and Rimuru were just chilling as Rimuru was grinding the Fortnite Battle Pass, while Seal just watched until Q's knocked. Rimuru opens the door and finds Q's there, but Q's was looking at the beautiful girl in the apartment. After they both explain to Q's that they are both dating, Q's looks at Rimuru patting his back, saying how lucky he was to find such a beautiful girl already, and then wondering if he will ever find love. We will find out, is what Rimuru comments mentally, as the books don't show if he gets with Aaliyah or Masha. Yeah, after April break, the school starts at the 20th of April, right? Rimuru asks, wanting to confirm the dates. Yeah, buy the uniforms before, of course. I'm not stupid enough to forget buying the uniforms. Rimuru replies, slightly miffed. I'm just kidding. Well, now that you're here, do you want to hop on? Sure. As the 2 boys get on a game to play, Seal is sitting on the island table eating ice cream while looking through the information in the light novel, trying to find the best way to fulfill Rimuru's goal of becoming the student council president.